Good morning, welcome to another vlog. It is Monday the 5th of February. I have the week off work this week, so I am kind of living my best pretending I'm a full-time author life. For those who are new around here, I am VA Winter. I am an indie author and I am documenting my life as a writer with a full-time job on this channel. My goals for this week, I'm hoping to get the scene outline done in the next couple of days, and then I'm hoping to get the synopsis done by the end of the week. I've got a stretch goal of I want to start drafting book 2 by the weekend. Whether that will happen or not depends on how long it takes me to do the synopsis, if any interruptions happen, etc. I'm also still going through, I'm just not going through the entirety of Publish and Thrive again because I've already been through it a couple of times, but I am picking out videos that feel like they're relevant to where I am at the moment. Videos that I feel like I could do with a refresher on and thinking about, and I did that last night. I watched a few videos. It really was helpful because Firewitch is relatively close now to publication. It's relatively close to being ready to start going through the publishing process, to start thinking about what are the keywords that I'm going to use, what category is it going to go in, what tropes are in there, you know, how am I going to write the blurb, what words am I going to use to highlight the content of the book, how am I going to help a reader to understand what the book is about and whether it's the book that they want to read or not. So I did make a list last night of keywords, I suppose, that relate to the book. So that's what I'm doing. That's this week. I will catch up with you when there's something interesting to say. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning. I'm about halfway through the scene outline. I was working on it Monday afternoon and all of yesterday, Tuesday, so it's taken me 1.5 days so far to get about halfway, and I've done a couple of hours of work on it this morning. I'm going to carry on with it now. Found out I have a dentist appointment on Friday morning. This is the curse of my life. Didn't know when it was. I knew it was sometime in February, but I didn't actually know when it was. I was planning on ringing up and rescheduling it so I don't have to book any more holiday off work. But apparently I'm going to the dentist on Friday morning, so that's kind of worked out well for me. I'm going to get on with the scene outline now. I've just hit a really fun part of the story. It's Friday afternoon and I am still working on the scene outline. I'm near the end. I'm in Act 4. I'm in the climax. It's fine. It's tedious. I got to the point yesterday where my brain just felt like I cannot think anymore. I cannot process anything anymore. But I'm getting frustrated because obviously this is a week off work. I don't often have a full week off work. So I felt like I really wanted to get the entire outlining process finished this week, and I'm just not going to. And I had to just come to terms with that yesterday and just live with it, that I'm going to be still doing the synopsis going into next week, which is fine. The synopsis is more of a long outline. The last one was 15,000 words, but I found that it really simplified and made so much better the actual writing process. All I had to think about when I came to actually writing the draft was putting the words on the page. How do I want to write this, not what am I writing? And that for me was a really valuable thing to do, so I'm gonna do it again. I don't know how much of this I can show you because spoilers, but what I had to do on Wednesday is I got to a point where the short outline that I had done wasn't working. There were just some issues, some scenes needed moving around. So what I did was I put on big sticky notes, I got my opening image, theme stated, and the chapter following. And I just did that for the entire book because I can move the sticky notes around, whereas in my Google Doc I couldn't move stuff around. Sarah Cannon uses index cards, which I don't have any index cards, and I preferred, I think, doing it this way with sticky notes. So yeah, so I did this for the entire book on Wednesday evening, and then I wrote up a new short outline for the book because, as I say, it was not good. That's the update. It's been a week. I went to the dentist this morning. That was fun. I was going to vlog a little bit of when I was outside, but it was pouring it down with rain for most of my journey. So I've just been wishing that this was my life this week. I wish there was an alternative to what I'm currently doing. Because whereas, as I said, I don't hate my job, and I think at the minute I have a pretty good job. I've got a pretty good deal, and I really shouldn't complain because compared to a lot of people, I am really lucky. But at the same time, it's not my dream job. It's not what I wake up and get excited to do every day and like this. And I don't know, I've just been thinking, is this something else I can do? I don't know. That's just me being unsatisfied. I will carry on, update you probably when I finish the scene outline. It's now, I don't know what day it is, Saturday. It's Saturday today, Saturday afternoon. I finished the scene outline yesterday, finally. That came in at, I think it was about 12,000 words in the end. I'm going to have written a novel by the time I've just done the outline. Today, I have started on the long outline, which so far I'm about 2,000 words in. I'm on chapter 5, chapter 4, I'm on chapter 4. So this is going to be a longish process as well. Some people say about the first draft, they're telling themselves the story. And that's kind of what this long outline process has become for me, is me telling myself the story rather than telling it in 90,000 words and then realising that half of it's wrong and having to redo it. If I realise this is wrong, even if this outline turns out to be about 20,000 words, that's still substantially less to correct than 90,000. And I'm putting odd bits of dialogue in, just describing what's happening. I'm not describing settings so much as this is what they're doing, this is where they are, but not in that proper descriptive language. Like, they're in a car, that's all I've put. So the scene outline was more of a checkbox. I've got like a template of stuff to check off. Like, yes, I've put in conflict. This is the setting. This is where the scene is. This is what the goal within the scene is. This is what the character's trying to achieve in this scene. This is how it gets thwarted, I suppose. And then this one is more descriptive. And I'm telling it in third person. The books now are first person point of view. I'm telling this outline in third person. Still present tense, but I'm telling it in third person just so that I've got that distance, that narrative distance. I anticipate that this will take me at least the next week to do, because I'm back at work on Monday, so I've got substantially less time. Tomorrow I don't anticipate doing a lot of writing because, number one, I've got this vlog to edit, and number two, I have ordered a set of drawers for my bedroom. Yeah, it's challenging and it's going to take ages. And all I'm thinking about is, number one, I just really want to get to the later books in the series. Not that this isn't fun, but right now, because those books are in the future, those books seem more fun because those are not currently causing me any stress. And number two, I'm just wishing that I didn't have to work. Certainly not full time. It's something that I'm toying around with in my mind, thinking, how can I make as much time as possible for my writing? I will update you tomorrow, probably, when there's something to say. It is now Sunday evening and I'm about to finish editing the vlog for this week and hopefully upload it and get it published tonight. I've worked on the synopsis a bit today, but I didn't get quite as much done, I think, as I kind of expected, because I spent the morning building a set of drawers for my bedroom, so my bedroom is no longer buried beneath a pile of clothes. So in theory, everything has a home now. So in theory, it should be less chaotic. When it comes to, I suppose, what I set out to achieve this week, there were stretch goals. We didn't quite get there. It's fine. Obviously, I finished the scene outline, which was a huge part of the process. I'm about 6,500 words into the synopsis, which is the long outline. I alternate between calling it the synopsis and the long outline. I feel like it's been a relatively productive week. As always, I always feel like I could have done more. I always feel like, well, I didn't I didn't use my time well enough, but a week off work is supposed to be restful. I did start reading a book called The Last Witch of Scotland. I'll just put a cover up here because I can't remember the author off the top of my head, on my Kindle during the week, and I haven't really read more of it. I just picked it up one night and then never came back to it. So I need to get back into the reading habit because that is something that has really suffered over January. I haven't read a physical book since last year. I've only listened to one fiction book anyway, on audio. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit subscribe, and I will see you next week with another video.